today, I had the thought that I'm not a follower. I don't like to follow what other people tell me I should believe. I don't follow religions. I don't follow the news. I don't follow large groups. Maybe some small groups I'll get into, whether that's a sporting team or a large organization or a brand or something like that. I don't like to follow anything too much. I like to make my own path. And everyone's on their own journey. Everyone's in their own place. They've come from somewhere. They are somewhere. They're going somewhere. And everyone's going in different directions. And we meet up here briefly for a short period of time to discuss our ideas and viewpoints. And we can bounce ideas off of each other. A lot of people like to stay in their own little group, their only little clique. Some people find comfort in religion and they'll stick around people who are religious like them. Some people get into AI theories, quantum theories, going at things from a scientific angle. Some people experience things from a, like 5D existence, ascension experience. I'm happy to hear about all of the different ideas that people have and all the different theories, and listen to everyone else's experiences and consider my own experiences. And I like to consider all the other different sort of unusual theories about reality that people have. But at the end of the day, I am myself. I'm not going to follow too deeply the way that someone else wants me to walk. If there's a path set down, then I'd be happy to go off exploring my own direction instead, rather than follow a big group of people. And sort of related, not exactly related, I'm going to go off on a tangent, but a lot of people, are into the spiritual war, whether you look at it from a Christian point of view or some other sort of spiritual battle. They have that idea or that perspective. And certainly it does seem like there's something going on. Some people believe we're in some sort of giant matrix and there's an artificial intelligence machine that runs the matrix. It has certain rules and things that it needs to do. It needs to allow us to have a good learning experience. But at some point some bad, evil entity is taken over and it's all lopped to one side. So there's way more evil and bad in the world than there is good. That's the perspective of many people, whether they look at it from AI or some other viewpoint. But even that, light versus dark, good versus bad, even that for me, I don't know, it just feels like another part of the story. All of the stories that are life, all of the stories that make up the universe, all of the stories that hold us together as actors in this play, as Shakespeare had it. And I don't know if I want to care so much about the whole light versus dark, good versus evil. obviously, if I had to choose at the end of the day, I would choose good. I would choose actions that support other people and benefit other people. But at the same time, we have to recognize that bad in the world, bad things, bad people, bad entities, bad situations, bad experiences, we can't have a world without them, because, you know, what would life be like? Wasn't that the story of one of those old books, not 1984, but one of those old famous books? You know, they solved all of the problems in life, and if anything went wrong, you could just pop a Soma pill and then feel happy. And they were living in this modern society where everything was perfect, and if you did have any problems, you could just deal with it, and then the problems would just melt away. So people were experiencing, you know, happy lives, but they never experienced any problems, any sadness, any issues. So in a way, were they really having a proper life? Were they really experiencing life? Were they really learning, having a journey, having a proper experience? Is that where we want to go? If we, you know, if it is true that darkness has taken over the world, or is taking over the world, and then the light and the positive, happy people, forces, take some control back, and maybe it goes the other way, would that be a different kind of problem? I'd like to live in a world perhaps with balance. If I had to make a choice, I would choose a world that was a bit more balanced. And even with, you know, even with the whole evil, there's always the glass half full, glass half empty argument, where, you know, I can go talk to, you know, a particular person or someone else, and they might be pretty happy with everything in life, and sure, there might be lots of evil things happening around them, but they don't really pay attention to it. Somehow they manage to take on challenges, get through them, make the most of life, and it just doesn't really faze them. They've sort of like leveled up their soul or their spirit to be able to get beyond that. And I feel like I came here into this world already leveled up beyond that whole fighting. I'm not really interested in all the commotion, fighting, all of the stories, all of the nonsense that goes on. It's a little bit boring to me in a way, and I'm not saying that I want to be evil or bad or anything, but, you know, I don't really know where I'm going with that. But what can we... I will let everyone be as they are. I'm not going to cause ruptures in the system. I feel like everything is how it's needing to be. All you people having terrible experiences, I'm sure they are terrible, and I feel sad that you are going through terrible experiences, but maybe they're terrible experiences that you have to have. I'm not going to fight the system. I'll let the system do what it needs to do. Other people will take care of fighting the system. I know there's always going to be good people in the world who are going to battle the evil forces of the world. It's just like politics. I can look at politics and it just bores me, and I don't really care at all. Someone mentioned who's the Prime Minister of Australia on the radio the other day, and I had to think about it for 5 seconds, because I've just been so out of politics for years that I just couldn't even tell you who it was, and then I eventually remembered who it was. But like, politics is just so... it's just a big story for me. So I don't really care. I'm not going to run around and tell people that it's all bad. I'm not going to try and convince you that it's fake or whatever. If you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. If you want to have an opinion, you have an opinion. If you don't, you don't. I'm not going to go around causing problems in the world. If the system's behaving a certain way, there's always going to be people who will get angry and, you know, do their thing and stand up and rally people together and do their thing. But that's not really me. I don't really care for any of that political drama at all. There's always going to be those good people that do those good things. There's always going to be those bad people that do those bad things. And they will sort it out. But that's not really what I was here for. So I didn't really come here to worry about politics. I know that there's going to be lots of other good people who will take care of things for me. So, like, really, why do I need to vote? Why do I need to care? And so you just extrapolate those feelings about how I feel about politics. You just extrapolate that to a massive wide scale, to the whole, apply it to everything in the world. And that's exactly how I feel. It's like, I really don't care at all. Well, I'll observe the story, I'll watch the story, but I'm here to have my own sort of learning experiences. I want to see my different parts of reality. I'm not going to go under it. I'm not going to join any battles and then have to find myself under attack because I've joined one side or the other. I'm sort of, I don't know, I feel like I'm beyond that. I will let the system do its thing. I will let each actor play their part, play their role. And maybe I will watch the show if I'm interested. But I'm not really interested in taking an active part in that presentation. I'm going to go behind the scenes a little bit and see how the lighting works, how the stage works, whether I can go flying from ropes in the air, whether I can go underground beneath the stage, see what's there. That's just my kind of approach to life. So if you're listening to this video, you're welcome to have your own views and opinions. I'm not going to tell you anything or suggest anything. If you have very strong religious convictions, that's fine. That's totally fine. If you're experiencing things, that's fine. And that's it for today. Thank you.